Hi, and welcome to Faith into Greatness. The Lord put it on my heart to talk about walking away from relationships that are not good for you and the importance of prayer and what I did to get through a very negative situation that I went through a while ago. And I hope that this message can help you in your journey in life and in dealing with difficult situations. When I walked away from a really bad relationship that I was in, even though it was for a very short time, I truly suffered in many ways, mentally and emotionally, and certainly spiritually. Because to some degree, I had wondered what led me down this path to being in a relationship with somebody. How did I get into a relationship with somebody who did not treat me with kindness, with respect, and all this other stuff, even though I treated that person with kindness and with respect? A lot of times when you're in a relationship with somebody and you love them, and let's say you truly in your heart are being authentic in loving that person, that doesn't mean that that person's going to love you back. And it certainly doesn't mean that that person's going to treat you with respect or anything. So when somebody shows you that they're not willing to treat you with respect, don't continue on in that relationship. I know sometimes it's really hard. And if you're in a marriage, I'm not telling you to leave your significant other when you have children involved, but you really got to do some soul searching and some digging, and you got to go and get professional help to help you recalibrate in your mind what's healthy, what's not healthy, and how to move forward in every single situation. When I went through that really tough time, there were very few people that were there for me. And the people that I thought that were actually there for me, they weren't really there for me. They were there, they were making fun of me behind my back. They were saying things like, oh, how did she not see that this person was not going to be good for her? You know, we saw it right away. Oh, we knew it right away. Really? Well, then you know what? You should have said something. But nobody said anything. And people oftentimes, when they should be standing by your side, when they should say, hey, I don't know about that person, or I would reconsider, don't ignore that advice. Somebody gives you advice and they're pointing something out. I'm sure in your gut, you may feel that too. And that may even save their life. When I walked away from that relationship and I had very little emotional support to get me through it, I really relied on the Lord in a lot of ways. I prayed a lot. I dug into my Bible. I had to reground myself and find and create my own stability. It's really hard, and people don't talk about it, just how difficult it is to find that stability once you're in a relationship that it's just not right. It's not good for you. That person does things that makes you feel endangered, scared for your life. You don't have to stay in a relationship with anybody who makes you scared for your life. That's ridiculous. So please, if you're in that kind of situation, get out. Pray to the Lord. You won't go hungry, but just, move forward. Get counsel, get help, get somebody to help you figure it out, because you don't have to live like that. You know what? God doesn't want you living like that either. But for me, the hardest thing was I had never been in a relationship like that before. Every relationship I had been in before was great. It was fine. But this particular relationship wasn't. And you know what? It made me think in my heart. I was like, I thought back to my childhood and how I was treated as a child by my father. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to allow anybody to ever treat me with that kind of disrespect and abusive behavior. But when I ended up in that situation, I felt like I was at fault here. Like I betrayed myself. Like I should have seen that person wasn't maybe like, for me, a relationship for me. Like I should have seen that. Just like everybody had told me, oh, you should have seen that, or you should have known that, or that should have been obvious. But you know what? It wasn't obvious to me at the time. So one thing I want to encourage you all is to, and God really helped me with this, is to let go. Let go of what people say about you. Let go of the trauma you've been through. Let go of the things that left an emotional scar in your soul. Do your best to let this stuff go. I know from personal experience, when the Lord lifted this stuff from my soul and I felt that lightness, I knew that's what God wanted for me. So I'm praying for all of you for the same. If you've had a difficult relationship you walked away from, or you had a bad upbringing, a bad friendship, a bad work relationship, whatever it may be, try and learn to let stuff go. And if you can't let stuff go, get therapy, get help. Because you're supposed to live a life where your heart is light as a feather, not full of resentment, fear, bitterness, anger, all the stuff that does not advance you and move you forward in a positive way. I hope this message blesses you all. May you find healing in this life, and may you learn how to protect yourself and know that the Lord is with you, protecting you and walking before you every step of the way. Take care and God bless.